Hello, this is my Veto Pro Pack Tech Pack MC Special Ops bag. For years I used toolboxes, the lids broke, the bases cracked, got sick of it, bought a cheap tool bag out of B&Q to see what it was like. Really enjoyed the tool bag with a shoulder strap. Moved over to an Irwin tool bag that had two sections in it. One section I could use for first fix, second section I could use for second fix. Used it for years and years. The only problem was it filled up with a lot of rubbish. You threw all bits and sockets and everything into it and ended up throwing them out. Then I moved over to a DeWalt T-Stack bag when the Irwin stitchings finally gave out. The T-Stack bag was very good. Just then I decided to go for the Veto instead to see what it was like. So the front pouch, I have nothing in the wee zip pocket. It's not very big. This pouch, I just have a couple of stubby screwdrivers because you never know when you might need them. This side, all I have is the Milwaukee 5-meter stud tape. It goes out good and far. You don't need anybody to hold the other side. Other side, I just have the tape loop with a bit of tape on it and a spare pencil that's never been used. Main section. Front flap. I have a head torch that needs batteries, earplugs because you never know when you're going to need them, spare SDS bit in case one breaks, spare masonry bit, spare knife blades, and that is it. Second pouch, meter cabinet key, draper, it's cheap, does what it's meant to do, don't use it all that often. Q-Tech lock off kit, again, it's cheap. I work by myself generally, so I'm normally the only person that's working on stuff. And a couple of pencils just to have. Top row, Stanley phase tester. Don't use it for anything other than ceiling roses. The head's perfect fit for a lot of ceiling roses, so it's very good for that. Flute pen, good for tracing cables, but I wouldn't trust them with my life, but they're good. Klein 2.5 flat screwdriver. Bought the Kleins recently to see what they're like. Find them very good. Haven't used that yet. Milwaukee fastback knife. Very good. Easy to open and close. Great knife. Not very expensive. Nipex Ergo Stripper. They're quite expensive, but they're very good for stripping flexes, data cables, coaxial cables, high toughs, armoreds, tails. Very useful. Don't use that much. Spare marker, pencils. Middle section. I bought the 2 set of the CK Posi flat screwdrivers. This is the Posi 2 flat. The Posi 1 flat broke the first time I used it, so don't really have faith in them. They just have funny shaped head. Squirlux screwdriver. You see it? There. We use the square head screws in Northern Ireland, Robinson screws. Far superior screw than Posi head screw. That holds upside down, great for doing up boxes and stuff. There's a pause, just falls off. For years, I was very lucky when I started out at 16. My father bought me a good set of wee-ha screwdrivers, nip-axe pliers, nip-axe size cutters, and a hammer just to get me started, and a set of grips. Then I moved over to these Stanley ones. Really like the handles in these, but these are long since discontinued. 1000-volt rated, very comfortable, but can't get them anymore. Then I used these for years, went through a number of sets of these Stanley ones. Again, the handle, people might frown at the name, but the handle just feels really comfortable to me. But I decided to go for a new set of Kleins. Similar style handle as the Stanley, so I thought they would be worth a go. So far, I really like them. They're very comfortable, very good grip on them. You can get plenty of torque on them. Well worth the money. Bottom section, pair of Irwin vice grips. Croppers, the CK ones are better. Thought I'd try these. I like the look of the handles, but the handles are very hard. They're not that comfortable, but they'll do until they're blunt, and I'll need a new set. These are the side cutters that my father bought me when I was 16. That's now 20 years. They're not sharp by any means, but they will still cut, still do the job, and they're more keeping for nostalgia. Set of nip-axe long nose pliers. Don't get used very much, but they're there if I need them. Set of nip-axe other side cutters. They have the spring on them, so you can flip it across, so they'll spring open and closed. Most used thing, set of pliers. These are, they're getting blunt, maybe a new set soon, but they'll be okay for now. 2 sets of Cobras, the 250s. These are old, these are new. You can see the teeth on the new ones and the old ones. These are well worn, but they'll still work for glands. Pair of CK pipe cutters. Used the Hilmore ones for a long time, but they were blunt. But these are brilliant, perfect. What can you do? What can you say about them? Pair of old Fluke T120s. Continuity testers. Still work, but tips are very exposed. Need to use that a bit. On the back, the shoulder tap function is very comfortable, very handy for walking about with other tools. In the back, I have this section, sleeving. I always forget sleeving, so that's my emergency backup. Spare silicone gun end. Generally don't like connectors, but they'll always have their place, so just a few connectors and a few 6mm nuts and bolts for the banjos. Stanley hammer. I've had this model of hammer a number of times. I like it, it's comfortable, works well for me. Pair of Stanley tin snips, cutting all around band, tin, anything at all. Very useful. Cheap Stanley level, does the job, keeps stuff level. Set of CK spanners. These were the ratcheting sort of kind. It wears down quickly. I wouldn't recommend them. They used to be different colours. Magnuson half round file. Need doing trunking, need a file. Engineer square, cut names, trunking square. Pair of Arrow and Vice grip, adjustable spanner. Does the job. Don't use it very often, but there was a burst pipe in my granny's house. Had it turned off at the mains in the road. Couldn't see, had to go under the water. That's why they're rusty, but still work. And they pulled me out of a hole. 2 sets of Stanley Allen keys. Metric, Imperial. You still come across the old Imperial stuff every now and again. Cheap socket tester. Works. It's non-audible. Need to upgrade. Junior hacksaw. It is what it is. Stanley pad saw. Passport saw. Does the job. Want to change it to the Milwaukee folding one. Screwdriver that I found under the floorboards of a house one day. It's good for poking holes in plasterboard. That's all it's used for. And a recent purchase was the Weira torque screwdriver set. You should be torquing up your MCBs, RCBOs. Used it twice so far. Only have it a week or two. Very good. And that is my Veto Pro Pack Tech Pack. Thank you very much.